That is such an insightful question. Nobody's asked a question like that. Like it literally like makes me want to say, I don't know whether to laugh or cry.
Sounds good. Good evening. My name is Nigeria Chambers. I'm from Big Gold Belt Media. Renny, it's an honor to talk to you today. Your new film, The Strangers, Chapter 1, coming to theaters May 17th. How you doing? How you feeling?
I'm doing great, and especially seeing you wearing the shining sweatshirt. It's a good omen right away.
I tell you, I've been, mildly stalking you because everywhere you presented this movie, whether it's WonderCon, San Diego, CinemaCon, I had a chance to check out those early little previews and hearing how passionate you were about this really energized me. And then when I saw this, man, it delivered all that and more just for you, just to get to this step, to have Lionsgate in your corner, obviously having the three films ready to go. What are all those emotions for you in an unprecedented time for filmmaking?
That is such an insightful question. Nobody's asked a question like that. Like it literally like makes me want to say, I don't know whether to laugh or cry, because it is in these times, the landscape of movie making and distribution has changed so much. Like, you're lucky to have a movie that gets out in streaming on some level. To have a movie in wide theatrical release, that used to be the norm.
Yeah.
Now it's those, the few superhero movies and huge IP tentpoles, and then it's few horror films, and to be able to make not one but three movies in one go, have Lionsgate believe in us to let us make three movies, to get a wide theatrical release, to be here week and a half before the movie comes out, and talking to you, I feel as the luckiest guy in show business.
That's amazing, man. That means so much, and thank you. I've checked this one out, so I'm going to jump the gun just a little bit here. Any word on dates for part two and part three yet? I know this year, but have we locked in anything just yet?
We don't know the dates, but we believe that September, October will be the chapter two, and then beginning of next year for the third one.
Amazing. Another thing that really makes this film very interesting, you spoke about in a previous interview about how this film takes the dynamic of exploring what happens to victims in this kind of violence. So what's really important is Madelaine and Foy's performances as Maya and Ryan. What also is intriguing to me now, because the casting of Rachel Shinton was definitely all eyes on her in this film and so on. I have to ask you if you could just talk a little bit about what Rachel and George's performances as Howard and Debbie. What is that going to bring to the franchise?
Ooh, ooh, tricky question. There's obviously a bunch of interesting actors. If you go and check out the IMDb page, you start realizing there's lots of interesting actors in in these three movies, and we've seen some of them now, and some of them we haven't seen yet. And how are they going to factor in the course of the story? Some of them we see in all three movies, some of them in two movies, some in one only one movie. Uh, Rachel is a very important part of the journey, but you have to watch all three movies to know how crucial she is. But without Rachel, there's no
Ooh,
story.
ooh, stay strong. We love you. That right there, that moment, I'll just leave it at that. Gave me the chills of all I need to know. I know I have to wrap, but I have to tell you, as much as this is a horror film, I have to add that this is also a bit of a psychological thriller because of how good the sound is in this film. Stimulated me in a way that sent my mind in directions I could have never expected. I just want to say to you, your production team, you all nailed it in all corners, especially in your sound mixing department.
Thank you. I really appreciate you being so insightful, because we worked on the sound very hard. I wanted the sound to really be a character in the movie, and whether we are in the house or in the forest, I really wanted the audience to feel like they are surrounded by this feeling of dread, sound being a big part of it as well. And in many scenes, I actually pulled out the music that had been composed because I felt like the sound made it feel even more real than the music.
Oh my God. Renny, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Folks, The Strangers Chapter 1 coming to theaters May 17th. It's been an honor. I'll be back for Chapter 2 and Chapter 3 for you, buddy.
Awesome. Definitely look forward to it. Take care.
Thank you.